Okay, good evening. I hope your long commute from LA and Orange County wasn't too bad of a commute. Even if you come from San Diego and you're working down there. Hope you guys had a great day. Start of the work week. It's going to be a short one. Hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. I went down to the National Cemetery, saw Adrian Mitchell, visited with some of my friends that are buried there, and paid my respects and did what I had to do. And it was a great weekend, beautiful weather. Hope you guys barbecued, went to the beach, did everything you needed to do. We are the 7th largest area in regards to veterans and military people in the United States. So that means we have a lot of people who have served this country. One of the questions I keep getting is, what's the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day and all the different military holidays? And when I was walking around, people were telling me, oh, happy Memorial Day, weekend, Donovan. And even though I thank you for it, I do not want to be rushed to celebrate Memorial Day for myself, because if I'm celebrating it, that means I'm in the grave and I've made a sacrifice, or I've passed on and gone on to up and yonder. So the difference in Memorial Day is a day that we mourn our military soldiers and those that have served, and we remember them, not necessarily mourn, but we remember them and their families that have lost a loved one, be it in battle or they've served and they've passed on and they were military veterans. So that's the difference. Veterans Day is a day where everybody who served, we're recognized, and we're alive, and we go around and get free stuff and stuff like that. It's a great day. And again, we're the 7th largest area of veterans in the United States, and that's a really big deal. Military holidays are really big deals in the Inland Empire. So thank you guys again. And thank you to those families out there who have people serving, have served, and have lost loved ones in military operations throughout the United States' history. So, and I don't think there's anybody in the United States that doesn't have somebody that has not served. But speaking of those that have served and memorials and remembering our loved ones, if you love Pastor Don's weekly devotionals and daily devotionals, finally, today, his app has dropped. It is available on Google Play. You can get it by going to Reflections Christian Church. Is that it? Yeah, Reflections Christian Church. And in that app, you're going to see a picture of Pastor Don and his lovely wife, Linda. Download that app and like and share it to everybody. It is free. And it's Pastor Don specifically, his devotionals and his inspirational message. So we get a lot of people saying that, oh, I don't want to listen to the hot seat. I don't want to listen to that big mouth Donovan. I don't want to listen to all that, stuff. It's just too much. It's just too depressing. So Pastor Don, doing what he said he's going to do, launched the app today. It's a great app. I downloaded it. I'm telling everybody to download it. And for those of you that are commuting and you want to listen to something, you got a smartphone, this is a great way to download just specifically that stuff so you can hear some positivity and things that might impress your life and impress upon your life. So now we have 2 apps that are going. We have the Hot Seat Radio app. You can download that as well. Look for Hot Seat Radio Show. Download that, like and share. Now we have Reflections Christian Church. Download that, like and share. And then we still got Loving the Skin I'm In. We haven't got the app yet, but the app is ready to go. We are just waiting for to produce a few shows out there, because we're getting a lot of people and a lot of feedback on it, and can't wait for that show to drop. So we're waiting for the ladies to get their schedules together, and we're going to shoot that and get it out there, and that'll be 3 apps you guys can drop. Then I'm going to have my show and do what I want to do. But it's like I told Pastor Don and everybody else, when all of this stuff that I'm doing becomes a job, I don't want to do it anymore, because I didn't retire just to do all this stuff. I do it because I want to do it and I want to help and put the message out. But speaking of putting the message out, I want to talk about AjaForCongress.com. Please go to that website. Take a look at this person. She is going to be running for Congress. She is a March Air Reserve Base reservist, traditional, and she works at the base as well. So why is Miss Smith so important? Miss Smith's so important for the simple fact that she is grassroots. Grassroots meaning during the WLC wars, Miss Smith was there. She was knocking on doors. She was gathering petitions. She was putting up tents. She was at the city council. She was there. Now, how many people do you know that just shows up and they say, hey, I'll give you an example, Useless Kerberos. Oh, I'm here, just vote for me. We never seen you before. Your residency is in question, all kinds of stuff. You're inexperienced, whatever. But we all know Ms. Smith, and with all the problems that we're having in the Inland Empire, especially here in Moreno Valley, let's play long ball. And that's what I'm saying. Regardless of how this election comes out, I'm looking at the long game. If I can get Ms. Smith elected, she knows the problems that are going on in the city that she lives in. So don't you think that she would have an ear to a lot of our problems? Maybe we can get some federal investigators in here with congressional approval. Ask yourself why Mark Takano, as many letters as I've written and other people have written to Mark Takano for help, where's the help? We haven't gotten it. You know why he doesn't care? Why would you care about some place you don't live? You don't really, it's not your problem. And that's just human nature. So the long ball is ajaforcongress.com. Please go there. If you could contribute $5, $10, $20, $100, $300. If you can host and talk about Mrs. Smith and her platform and you want to volunteer, please go to that website and sign up. Me being a friend, even though she's a friend of mine, I don't let friendship blind me to my interests. Now, why would I support Ms. Smith? We were in the tents together. That's very true. She's a Republican. I'm an independent. Some things we agree on, some things we don't agree on. But one thing I do know, she has my interests at stake. So I'm going to vote for anybody that has my interests at stake. And one of the interests that I have at stake is the city of Moreno Valley and this warehouse madness. So please go there, volunteer, like and share, spread the message, because we can have a representative up there representing us rather than their donors or the the Republican agenda. Ms. Smith, being a Republican, that has nothing to do with it. She is not the kind of lady that goes there because the Republicans tell her to do this and Republicans tell her to do that. You can't push this tech sergeant around. She's been around a while. She's a longtime resident here in Moreno Valley. Please, I'm going to keep pumping this. Go and sign up and at least take a look at what she's about and what her platform is. But if you can donate, anything you can do, volunteer, please, 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 ajaforcongress.com. Check it out. Also, we're having an election coming up June 6th. It's going to be a very, very, very soon election. I think that's next week. And you have three very good candidates. You have Shalindra Bernard, Hector Diaz, and Commissioner Baker. The one person that you should not waste your vote on is Useless Cabarrus. He's 22 years old. He has no clue of what's going on. We've shown you that in videos. We've shown you that in every aspect of the thing. He won't meet with anybody that is not friendly to him. He won't answer legitimate questions. I have a son that's 25 years old. I would not vote for him at this point in life for the mere fact that he doesn't have a lot of life experience. Mr. Cabarrus doesn't own a home. I don't believe he even owns a car. Like I said, I could be wrong about that. But at 22 years old, do you guys wonder why people laugh at Moreno Valley? We've had a pimp on our school board. Right now we have a guy that believes in forcible rape on our school board. We have a lady that has been recalled and has been arrested for obstruction of a police officer. That's a city councilwoman. And all of these people have been backed by the same developer. And Mr. Useless is backed by that same developer. So with all the chaos and the stuff that's going on, why would we elect a kid that could barely even wipe his ass? Just a question. Now, those of you that are adults, I'm very sure there are other options you can look at in voting. You have three very, very good candidates. And you got to think about this. Go to mvgordy.com and read up on Marcelo's co-plea deal in regards to the 3-0 Club. If this young child gets elected, that is the 3-0 Club that Ito has been trying to get, and he's reconstituted. You have other options you can do. I really feel sorry for the people of District 4. This is going to be a very, very hard vote to do because the future of the city is now sitting in your hands. And it's going to be rough. And like I said, it's going to be a rough thing, but you have three very, very good other candidates to choose from that are experienced, have life experience, and know what the hell's going on. A 22-year-old kid I mean, look at that young guy up in Beaumont. He was 42, I believe, just got arrested for corruption just now. I mean, a couple of weeks ago. So, but please go to mvgordy.com if you want to read up on the history of what's been going on in Moreno Valley and why people like me are doing these videos and radio shows and getting that message out there. Please, please, it's that important. But as a facilitator, do not just throw up your hands and give up if this kid miraculously wins under nefarious conditions. Let's play long ball and let's get AjaForCongress.com elected. Like I said, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it and I'm going to be official as I say it. I am willing to work with anyone who is willing to get Ms. Smith elected to Congress. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop, working. I'm not going to work with any Highland Fairview people. I'm not doing that. So that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not working with any Highland Fairview people. But just because I'm working with you doesn't mean my opinion of you has changed. So what I'm saying is, I don't expect your opinion of me to change. But what I'm saying is, if your interests are the same and meet the same interests as what Mrs. Smith wants to do, I have no problem with you, and I am willing to work with you to get this person elected to Congress. Because the long ball game is, if we have a friend in higher places, we have a better chance of getting that animal shelter situation taken care of, stopping this warehouse madness. And when I say stopping the warehouse madness, after a 700 football field warehouse has been approved, do we need any more warehouses in Moreno Valley? I would say everybody would agree with me, that's it. We're done with warehousing. So let's look at that and see how that goes. But again, look at Pastor Don's app, Reflections Christian Church. Download the app, like and share. Again, the video of, I'm going to put a couple of videos up, but the video of Mr. Kerberos and what he's trying to say, and which he doesn't say anything, and it's a simple question. One of the simple questions that I asked him was, at 22 years of age, what experience do you bring to city council? What kind of experience do you have? You know what he said? He was a waiter. He served people. Yeah. He was a waiter. He served people. Yeah. I'm Donovan Sadiq. This is Inland Empire Informer. Go to AjaForCongress.com.